Hi all. Today we are going to see how to use a switch case statement. So this is the program that we have studied in the previous lecture, right? For it's a menu driven program, and we have seen the output of this program in the previous lecture. Now I'm going to convert the same program into switch case statement. Here you have noticed that in each and every statement that you write here, you have a lot of if else statement, that is else if, else if, else if. So instead of this, we can go for switch case statement, which will be more easier. So what I'm going to do here is, first thing that I need is you have to identify what value or what variable you have to compare here. So if you look at this if statement, you are going to check the choice variable, that is the choice that is given by the user, that is the one we are going to compare it with each and every value. So whatever the value that you have to compare, that one will be passed through the switch statement. That is, here we are going to pass the variable called choice. So if you are going to have a switch statement, you have to pass the choice there, and I'm going to delete all the contents that you have in this switch statement. Understood? So first thing, when you run this program, it will show this menu here, and it will be reading a choice from the user, and when you write the switch statement, you have to pass that value through the switch statement. This value will be compared with each and every case. Now we are going to see the case value. Previously we have used if statement to do the comparison. Here we don't have to do any if statements here. If you write like case 1, what it does is, with a colon, you have to be very careful. You have to put a case and then you have a space, and you have to give the value that you are going to compare. That is, if you are giving a choice as 2, it will first check with this value, that is choice equal to 1, but 2 is not equal to 1, so it will be not be entering into the case 1. So case 1, what I have to do is, whatever condition, whatever things that you have to do when the choice is equal to 1 has to be written inside this statement. Though I'll write like selected day is Sunday. If I write like this, and then what I have to do is, once you finish one case, you have to end it with a break statement, and you are going for the second case. Second case is, the selected day is Monday, and again you are going to close this case, and your case 3 is Tuesday. Once you finish the case, you have to put a break statement here, and again you are going to put the case 4, and you have to print Wednesday, and again you are putting a break statement here. I will tell if what happens if you are not putting a break statement there, and then in this lecture itself. And we are going to case 5, and in that case also you are going to put Thursday. You have to break the case here, and then you have the case 6, you're going to have Friday, right? Friday, and I'm going to put a break statement here, and that will be the case 7. Saturday, again you have a break statement here. So now you can see you have all the 7 cases here, and I told in the previous session, we have, if any other options were given by the user, like if I'm giving a number 10, it should give us an invalid choice. So if you want such a statement, you can go for a default statement, that is equivalent to the else part in the previous program. Default print up invalid choice. So that's all we have in the switch. This is a simple switch program. So let me explain it line by line. The first thing, you're declaring the choice part that you have seen in the previous program. So once you read a value from the user, that value will be stored in the variable choice. So if I'm giving the value as 5, what switch case does is it will check with this case value. So it is 1 here, 5 is not equal to 1. So it will do, what it will do is goes to the case 2, and again it is not equal to, like that it will check and come to the case 5, and finally it will print this Friday, and whenever it sees a break statement, it comes out of the switch statement. Now I'm going to run this program. So you can see the choice here. So if I give 3 here, selected day is Tuesday, and again I'm going to run here. I'm giving an option for invalid choice. So if I'm going to give a choice 9, because there is no choice like 9, so what happens is it goes to the invalid choice. So this is how you have to write a C program. C program should be written like this, right? So now we'll see what are the things that are possible in a switch case. That is, first thing that you have to understand is, in a switch you cannot have duplicate cases like this. If you have a case 1, you cannot have another case 1 like this. That will not that will give an error, because when you give a choice here, it will get confused whether which case has to be executed. So check here, when I run this program, it will give an error here because you are having duplicate cases here. So you cannot have duplicate cases in switch statement. And then what happens if you are not giving a break statement here? Think like I'm not giving a break statement here, and if I run this program, and if I'm giving the choice as 1, and what happens here is, first it will display the value that you have in the case 1, but there is no break statement, so it automatically enters into the case 2. So it will come out of the switch statement only if it sees the break statement. So here what you can do is, once you press the choice 1, it will compare, it enters the case 1, and you have it prints the values that you have in as Sunday, and then it goes to the case 2 because there is no break statement here. So it should be very careful that once you finish a case, you have to end the case statement with a break, right? So now you can see, if I press 1, choice 1, it goes to the case 1. Now I'm going to give another option here. Every menus cannot be in number format. You can have cases in character formats also, like if it's A, and then giving the second choice as B, and it's given as C, D, E, F, G. So the choice that I can select is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So what we have to do is, you have to change the data type as characters. That is, you are going to read a character value here. So if you are using a character value, the scanf statement that format specified would be %C. And be very careful here, when I give an alphabet A, here the case should change to A, but should be very careful, when you are using a character here, you should put that in a single quotes. Like that, you have to put B in a single quotes, since you are using a character constant here. And I'm changing it F, G, right. So now I'm going to run this program. So it is asking for the menu, it shows the menu here, so I can asking for a choice. So if I'm giving the choice as F, it goes to the Friday part. So that is how you're making a menu as characters. When you read values through characters, you have to use a single quotes in the case value. So this is what we have in switch case.